Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel or welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I'm an intuitive life coach, energy worker. I also do astrology. I help you navigate your love life, true love, real love. This is not, I don't talk to you about hookups or any type of situationships or anything like that. I'm talking true, real love with yourself and other people. And today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am going to talk about this week's energy. I'm being guided to talk to you about this week's energy. We have had a lot of intense energy going on the past 6 weeks, the past while. I mean, it's been years. Um, and some of you have been really feeling this transition and this change for the past 6, 7, 5, 7 years. And right now, the energy, I'll just stay on track. I just want to acknowledge that, just because I'm talking about this week doesn't mean that you haven't been doing work or being called to do work. And maybe, you've been seeing signs and you haven't been taking them, or been seeing signs and taking them. And this could be a sign, as well. So let me talk about the energy that's going on this week. And this week and I just want to say the messages and the information that I give are timeless. So even though I'm giving you a message for Sunday, from Sunday, April 13th through Saturday, April 18th, that doesn't mean that it's not for you. Use your own discernment. But Saturday is the 19th, excuse me, of April. So Sunday, April 13th through Saturday, April 19th. 2025, and you could get this months later, and this may be a message for you. So I am going to talk about the astrology, but I am going to, talk to you really because it's the energy I'm being called to tell you about, to help you navigate your life this week, and with love, of course, and also other areas in your life. But we just had a full moon in Libra. And the full moon in Libra was a couple of days ago, Saturday. And that relationships in your life are being illuminated. Who needs to stay? Who needs to go? What needs to change? What needs to stay the same? What do you need to work on to make things better? And also let go of. And I already said what needs to stay and what doesn't need to stay. Mercury just went direct as well. Mercury went direct, and so did Venus. And so we are in the shadow periods of Mercury and Venus being retrograde. Both were retrograde in Pisces, but now they are going back into Aries really soon here by this Saturday. Let's see here by let's see Mercury as goes into Aries on Thursday, and Venus will go into Aries at the beginning of May. So we have about a few days to a couple of weeks of being in shadow. Mercury, a couple days, and or a handful of days, and Venus, a couple of weeks. Of going into Aries, going into fire signs. So I believe Mars is also going, and so Mars is also going um, into Leo this Saturday as well. So I was looking up at the shadow periods as well. Excuse me. I am channeling these messages and also wanting details and making sure that I'm telling you exactly what you need to hear, when you need to hear it, and everything. But, you know, um, I just need to take a breath. Maybe you just need to take a breath. You're going to hear what you need to hear. I'm going to say what I need to say. It's just the way it is. The shadow periods of the retrogrades are going to last until the middle of May. So, Mercury retrograde shadow lasts until the 2nd of May. I believe it's the 2nd. It's going to be the 9 degrees, so the middle of May for Mercury. And then shadow period for Venus retrograde is going to be, oh, also around the same time, the middle of May. Um, with the other dates, I was thinking of these planets going into fire signs. So let me wrap all of that up. We just had a full moon in Libra, illuminating relationships with yourself, other people. Who needs to stay? Who needs to go? I don't mean to seem callous or quick. Relationships are and can be very deep. Um, I'm summarizing the weekend because making a decision to let somebody go or to start something new can be very intense, and it can be really, those decisions, that decision can be really tough. And so you could be feeling that still now because Libra can be indecisive, but not when you truly know, not when you know in your heart what you want. Then you fight. Libra is the scales, it rules justice. And there are Libras that are lawyers. And um, once you know what you want, what you truly want, you lawyer up. You become the lawyer anyway. Um, and so the full moon illuminated what needs to go, what needs to stay, who needs to go, who needs to stay, what you need to do for yourself, what you need to stop doing. It's asking you to balance that out. Mercury and Venus both went direct in, they're both direct in Pisces, but the energy is moving to Aries here shortly. And Mars also is going, and Mars has been in Cancer in a water sign, and it's going to Leo shortly here as well. So we've been feeling this big time. And even though things have been illuminated, we're still maybe not quite clear because of the water energy as well. There's you're being guided to tap into your intuition. You're being guided to have faith. And so right now we're feeling that energy, especially this week. And I could even extend it to, like I said, this is a timeless reading. So that's what I'm going to do is retitle it. But I will talk about the astrology as well. So we are out of retrograde, so communication will get clearer. Venus, money issues, love for yourself, love with other people. Um, uh, it depends on where your placements are. If you want to book a reading, you can click the link below and you'll get to my calendar. But where you're being affected by these placements, it depends on where your placements are in your chart. And so we've got the fire signs. Okay, our personal planets are going into fire signs, and that will happen let's see here. Mars is going into Leo on Saturday the 19th, and Mercury is going into Aries on Thursday the 17th, and then Venus is going into Aries on May 1st. So we're moving from fire to water. So we're moving from feeling our way, not exactly knowing, because those personal planets were in Pisces, were in the energy of intuition. Really, you're being, maybe not that you're going inward. It was calling you to go inward, to figure things out for yourself, your spirituality, perhaps. And spirituality is different for different people. That could be religion for some people. That could be fishing for other people. That could be playing music. It could be meditation. It could be tapping into psychic energies and different dimensions. So spirituality means different things for different people. You use your own discernment with that. But we were being called to go within, and now we're still feeling that energy, but we're going to go quickly into fire, taking action. It's now time to know what we want and then move consistently. And we're going to really feel this energy because of Chiron being conjunct the sun at 23 degrees, Aries. So if I didn't say, excuse me, not Aries, Libra. If I didn't say it before, the full moon that we just had was in Libra at 23 degrees. And so I'm being called to tell you that um, we're just coming out of an 18-month cycle. The last eclipse, lunar eclipse that we had in Libra at 23 degrees was October of 2023. It was October 14th, I believe, of 2023. And so what's been happening this last 18 months has been illuminated. We've finished that cycle. And now with this Pisces energy moving to um, fire energy to Aries and Leo, we're being asked to take action. And the North Node was also in Pisces, and it is going into Aries. Let's see here. The North Node is going into Aries. Oh, we still have a little while. The North Node going into Aries. So the North Node is still in Pisces, and we have until it's 20, it must be 2026, 2020. Oh, we've got North Node. Okay, thank you for your patience while I look at this. And oh, the North Node is going into Aquarius. July. So we're still in Pisces. So you're still being called to go within, to trust yourself, to trust your instinct, to trust your gut, guidance, the divine timing, to really trust, because you're not going to see, even though things have been illuminated, they're not going to be exactly clear. You know, you're being called to trust yourself, to really do it. I've already said that a few times, so you get my point. But we have Chiron in Aries, and Chiron is in Aries until for another couple of years. Excuse me. It will transition into to Taurus June of 2026, just for a brief time. Then it'll go back into Aries. So what does that mean? It just means that Chiron is the wounded warrior. It is our pain, our wounds. It's not an easy um, part of our chart, and that's being illuminated right now, and it will be, and it will continue to be illuminated. And it's important that you. I'm I'm sorry that it hurts if it hurts. I know that wounds hurt. I know that hurt people hurt. Um, so maybe you've been hurt by others, and it's not fun, it's not good. I don't like it myself. It's something we have to go through. It's part of our human journey. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and it's part of our journey, and we're being asked to use that pain in order to move forward. And sometimes we have emotional scars, and other times we have physical scars, and we're being asked to face that shadow part, to face those scars and that pain. Maybe they're not scars quite yet, or you have some scars. That has to be for some people out there. We're being asked to use that energy for, for your greatest good. That's what you're being asked to do. And you could be, feeling triggered. There's a lot. We're going from being in water signs to going into fire signs. And we're still in the, like I said, North Node. So we're still in Pisces. So we're still being asked to follow our intuition and our gut and our guidance. And also now take action. So we're going from the cooler, calmer waters. Maybe some of you are happy about this because you felt a little bit stuck. wanting to do things, and it just was difficult, to having that energy to now do it. You're being triggered to see things, to see things now and to take action, even though they may not be entirely completely clear. You know what you want in the big picture. And so you're being asked to take that action. And I have to stop for a moment and say that you got this. This is part of the journey. Again, it's not easy. And what choice are you going to make? The hard one or the hard one? The one that takes work and you're actually achieving your goals and what you want in life, a great relationship, health, career, money. What is it you want? The hard road, or the hard road where your heart is broken and the relationships aren't working out, with yourself, with other people, career, health, all of those things. So, the journey is, I mean, it is what it is. And it can be very difficult. It can be really beautiful. All of it can be. And it is it's how we show up, the action that we take, that creates the results. That's what comes to fruition. That's what you reap what you sow. And it's not easy. I know it isn't. And I also know, if you're still listening to this message, that you've got this. You really, really got this. I know it. Um, you're doing well. You're doing what you can with what you have. And there are steps to be taken now, and you're getting this energy. I mean, I can feel it, this energy where, yeah, maybe you don't want to do certain things, but you can. And that's what it's going to take in order to to get the thing that you want, whatever that is. A person, and I'm not saying, to to love bomb, or go and be with a certain person. If someone does not want to be with you, I know that can hurt. Rejection is protection. So I don't want to say this quickly, even though I want to just go really fast with this message. I want to stop and have a pause, for that, or talk slower and pause a little bit, because it's hard. It's not easy. And to say that rejection is protection. There is somebody out there that's better for you, more aligned for you, if you're rejected by somebody. Are there things you have to work on, yourself? Maybe. I don't know that. You're the only one who knows that. I know I continue to work on myself. It just is the way it is. I mean, I'm on this journey with you. That's why I'm here, with you and for you. It's part of um, it's part of what I signed up for. I believe that we create our reality, and we asked for our reality, and now what are you going to do with it? And I know you're going to do well. I know it. Um and so we've got a lot of, um a great energy as well. So we've got, the North Node is conjunct, North Node, Venus and Saturn are all conjunct the full moon in Libra, or they were conjunct the full moon in Libra. We still are feeling that conjunct, energy in Aries, and so that's probably why I would just want to like speed talk, but that's where you are. We're feeling the energy right now to take action. And, there are things that are just going to all of a sudden appear, or maybe you're going to all of a sudden be drawn to do, or called to do. And release, let go, give it up. It's so important to just sometimes go with your gut, and you don't have to know everything, because you're not going to know. You're not going to know everything. You will never know everything, no matter what the, astrology is, or the map of energy tells you. You're never going to know everything. I mean, and you know why would we even have this journey if we knew every single thing? It doesn't make sense. And so, um, go with your gut, your guidance. Is the thing that you're going for what you want? Is it a healthy thing? And that could be a relationship, work, health, physical, mental. And all of a sudden, you're going to feel that energy, like just, if you haven't already taken that step, something's going to happen, whether you take action or someone else does or something else does. There's a change that's going to occur, and it's a good smooth aspect this time, thankfully. Not that that means it's going to be something that you like, but in the end, and it could be worse of what does show up, in the end it's going to be for the greatest good. And then we also have action. So the energy, we've got Sun trine Mars in Cancer, and so Mars is moving into Leo this weekend, thank God. And it's been in Cancer in retrograde since September, and so it's been maybe tough for you to take action, and maybe you try to take action and you get tired, or something's not working out, or things aren't going smoothly, or there's something happening where now the energy, you're being called and the energy is here for you to be able to move forward. So it's the aspect, not the aspect, the placement of Mars in Leo actually happens. That transition to Leo actually happens this weekend on Saturday. So I'm filming this on Monday. But you may or may not be feeling it already, but you will. You're going to feel it. So whatever it is that you want to go for, it's you are being called to go for that. We're also with that Mars energy, and there's other aspects and placements as well. But I'm really going to go and dive into the energy here. You could, I'm going to be transparent, feel aggressive. You could feel that aggression and that, almost violent energy of the Aries, of Aries. And I'm being, that's not who you want to be. I'm really channeling this, just this is for who's meant to hear this. Like, that's not who you want to be. If you're listening to me right now and you're drawn to me, that's not what I want. That's not what you want. But you can use that energy. Sometimes you need to use aggression and even violence to protect yourself or protect others, or to take action. And I'm not saying violence all of the time. That you have to take that one with a grain of salt. But let's say you're physically attacked and there's no other option. You're going to need to use violence in order to defend yourself, and sometimes that's with energy and words as well. It's important not to be vulnerable with the wrong people, because they will take from you. And there are so many great people out there. There's so many great people out there doing what you need. You're doing what you need to do, and you're showing up and you're doing the work. Yes, is it hard? Yes, it's hard. Yes, do you want to be the person you want to be? Absolutely. So that's why you're continuing, and you have that energy now. So you can use this energy, and you have that in you now, and you can use this energy to excel and to keep going forward, and balance it out and use objectivity for the actions that you are being called to take, because that's what I'm feeling right now. It's time to move. Face the things that you don't want to face. Maybe there's a bill that you don't really want to pay, but you have to pay it. But what I'm getting is that there's going to be generosity coming your way, and it could be big or small. And even if it seems like a small amount of money or a gesture, it's generous. And it's important to be grateful, because that's in your energy right now. And confirmation on my phone. And so, whether you're a man or a woman, you are an energetic being. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And so you can tap into the feminine of receiving, and then move into the masculine of taking action. So if someone wants to give you something and it feels right, accept. And if you feel that maybe it's not right, it'll be important to face shadow. Is that something that it doesn't feel right because you don't know how to accept gifts or things? I don't know, only you do. So it's important to accept gifts and love that feel right. and you're being called to tap into yourself and to love yourself enough to be able to accept who you are, who you're becoming, and things from other people and love if it's right. And I'm not talking lusty, situationships or love bombing or careers that career moves, making career moves or career positions that aren't right. I mean, you have to use your own judgment. That's up to you. This is your life. I just know that in your heart, you want the best of the best of the best of what you want in this life, what you signed up for. And that is to live your true, authentic self, to have success in the areas of your life that you want to be successful in. And that is relationship, career, home, family, whatever that is for you, that's what you want. And I believe you can have it. You stay on your course, and use this energy to propel you and face the shadow of what you need to face. Accept the gifts, pay your bills, do what you have to do. You may not have the money for them. Money will come as you take the action, and you are being called to take action right now. And sometimes we just have to put our hands up and let go. And there are things that are not important, like um, your health is so important. And people don't think about health until they get sick or something. And so if all you have is your health, you are already winning. You're already successful because you're healthy. Without your health, you can't have any of those other things. Not truly. They may be quick, but do you want them for the long term? That's up to you to decide. And so we're feeling the energy right now, and we're being called to face our shadow, face those wounds. I know it's not easy. Feel the pain. Of Chiron. Chiron is conjunct the sun right now, and it will stay um, at 23 degrees, and I believe it's in Aries right now. So it depends on where you have Aries in your chart, how you'll be affected. And you can get your chart below, book a reading with me if you'd like, below, and we can go over that for you. But right now, wherever Chiron is in your chart, it's being illuminated, that pain, that wounding, and it's hard, and you could be feeling triggers left and right. And again, that is, you got this. You can do this. There are things you can do to help yourself, and that may even be asking for help and being vulnerable, or taking action and not being as vulnerable. Only you get to decide, and that's the energy we're feeling right now. And then we're going to start, yeah, expect the unexpected as things will be happening. And it's a smooth energy. So follow your gut, and maybe have an open, not maybe, have an open mind. And I'm not saying, let's just say someone comes back into your life and it's some person that is just a player, or they don't have your best interest at heart, or it's a boss that just overworks you and underpays you. That's not what I'm talking about. That It's important to cut out of your life. However, you decide to do that, if you decide to, if you want the best for your life, then that's the decision you'll make, just to be done with those, and move on. You have to do what you have to do to pay bills. Um, you get to decide with that. Um, but there will be unexpected things happening, and it is important to have an open mind and an open heart. Love says no, love has boundaries. it's important to have high standards and strong boundaries. Not everybody deserves your love, attention, focus, money. Not everybody can or should have it. And so it's up to you to decide with that. But you really know, you truly know, and you can pour that into yourself and in a healthy way, and have, be surrounded by people and collect, collaborate, and meet others and connect with other people who have your best interests at heart too, and you can have their best interests at heart. They're out there. I'm surrounded by them now. At one point I was not, and it was hard. That was hard. And let's face it, life can be really hard, but when you are connected to yourself and other people and spirit, how could I not mention spirit, the divine, the universe, and the knowing, whether you are spiritually connected or not, the knowing that everything is going to be okay. And as you take steps towards that, um, what you want, knowing everything is going to be okay, is going to take you to where you want to be. And you're going to feel it as you move along. And it won't all feel good, but you'll be able to look around and say, yeah, I did that, or this feels good, or this is going great, and just work on those, taking those steps and getting to those different levels and different platforms, and then looking back. I bet you could look back now. I bet you could look back now and know that you are at a different place now than you were before. Better place, a better place. All right, that's what I have for you. If you'd like to book a reading, click the link below. Please subscribe and like this video. If you want to get more of a channeled connection, subscribe, and that way I can tap into your energy more and give you the message you need to hear. All right, thank you. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.